Good morning, comic fans. You're with the Comic Pusher at the Comics Club, Tampa and Brandon's favorite comic and gaming store. It is April the 12th. This is the second new comic book day of the month. We've got 4 this month, of course. It's a great month. And next month, mark your calendars, because next month on May the 6th, Saturday, May the 6th, we have free comic book day at the Comics Club and around the world. But if you're here local, please do come by the Comics Club, because we are going to have a really great sale for everybody. Free comic books giveaway, grab bags for the first 25 customers through the door. It'll be a fun day. I hope everybody could make it. A great sale, which we will be announcing closer to the date. So mark your calendars, be here at the Comics Club. If you're not local here at the Tampa Bay area, then definitely check our website out at comicsclub.com. All right, we got a great lineup of things today. Huge stack. What do we got here? Well, I wouldn't call it huge, but it is healthy. We'll call it a healthy stack. It is a healthy 8-inch stack of comic books, and that's a good stack of comic books any week. But it's kind of light on DC this week. DC didn't have all that much this week, but a few things. And we have some great variants to show you. But before we get into that, let's have a look at the wall book of the week. We hope everybody's doing great this week. I've been watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe in chronological order, timeline order, with my daughter, my oldest daughter, Aubrey, and we got to the Captain America. Falcon and Winter Soldier. So that's we just completed the episode where we get to introduce to Isaiah Bradley. And if you don't know who he was, well, in the Captain America story, way back when they first were developing the super soldier serum, they experimented with it on a group of black men. And one of those, good morning, how you doing, Juggernaut? One of those was Isaiah Bradley. And you get to see his first appearance. And this is why I chose this book, for our wall book of the week. You can see his first appearance here in Truth, Red, White, and Black, which gives us the first appearance of Isaiah Bradley, who was technically the very first Captain America in the story. We've learned this later on. Of course, they experimented on these guys. A lot of them died from it, went through horrible deaths. Isaiah was a hero who did his best to serve his country and help his fellow soldiers, and he got thanked for it by getting shoved in prison. But he's lived all this time with the super soldier serum in him. It's a great story if you haven't read it, and if you haven't seen Falcon and Winter Soldier, which you get to see the actor playing this character, which is really great. It's a great show, and it's a great story. So check it out. That's our wall book of the week, everybody. So some people say that this show is the stuff of nightmares, and today it really is, because we have R.L. Stine's Stuff of Nightmares trade paperback just hit the stands in the store today. So Stuff of Nightmares, if you like your horror from R.L. Stine, here it is. If you grew up reading his books, he has a whole bunch of children's books called Goosebumps. If you haven't heard of those before, maybe you have. If you haven't, go read them. They're fun stuff. Even though they're really written for kids, it's fun stuff. Superman has a son, and his own book, volume 1 of his first story arc of his own title, Superman, Son of Kal-El, where John Kent dons the suit and he becomes a Superman for a while while he's Superman anyway. We got 2 Supermans. So Heavy Metal Magazine, if you haven't heard of Heavy Metal, you're missing out. This is one of the most well-known fantasy magazines ever. Some really great stories in here, illustrated stories, comics. So great stuff. Come and get yours. We've also got a nice selection of variant covers. Sandman, Nightmare Country, Glass House, #1. This is a 1 in 25. Anybody know who this character is with the eyes that are a mouth? Are you a Sandman fan? Do you know who that is? Let us know. So that's a Nightmare Country, Glass House #1, and Mr. Happy would like to join in because he decided that this week glass would be the secret word. So if you know the secret word, people, you get an extra discount in the store. If you're a Discount Club member or subscriber, you get an extra 5%. So 15% off if for regulars, and an extra 5%, 20% off any single item. Limit one per person per day while supplies last, all the way until next week when I give you a new secret word, when Mr. Happy gives you a new secret word. So he doesn't like the limelight being taken away from him. So there's a secret word, people. Please use it. Come in, take advantage of it. Thank you, Mr. Happy. And we'll see you next time. We'll see you next week. All right. Carnage, number 12. We've got a 1 in 10 variant cover. It's a design variant. There we go. And we've got Star Wars, The High Republic, number 8. Look at that. What a great cover. Some great stuff there, people. You don't want to miss out. Ewoks get their own title. Has Ewoks? I know droids had their own title before. Did Ewoks have their own title before? I don't know. It's a great cover, though. Guardians of the Galaxy, we're relaunching number 1. Looks like fun. Of course, the new movie's out. Briar, number 4, the unlockable cover. It's a Virgin cover. We've got Negative Space. Some people collect Negative Space covers. It's almost Negative Space. I guess it would be considered that. Frank Frazetta Tales of Science Fantasy number 1. This is a 1 in 10 cover. Got a barbarian there hauling off his captive. This is Seasons Have Teeth number 1 unlockable Virgin cover. What a great cover that is. Art is just amazing. And last but not least for the variants, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team up with Usagi Yojimbo, number 1. Where, when? Number 1 issue. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo. What a great team up. These have teamed up before. The Turtles and Usagi Yojimbo. Very popular characters. This is a 1 in 10 variant cover. All right. So there are those. So now we can dive into this week's offerings from Marvel, DC, and the independent company. And right off the bat, we have a big one. This is the final issue of the first, what will probably be the first series, but I'm sure there are going to be more. And this has been wildly popular, this book. 8 Billion Genies. And look at the cover here. We've got a dinosaur parachuting in while looks like we got fighter jets battling pterodactyls. Who is making this wish? That's a wish right there. And here's the other cover, of course, of one of the little genies. And speaking of this book, it just happens to also be Blind Herman's pick of the week. You're familiar with Blind Herman here at the Comics Club. My daughter's dog. He's blind. And this is his pick of the week. He gives a pick every week when he can, when he's feeling up to it. He's an old dog. He's probably about 16, maybe 14 to 16 years old. I don't know. He's a rescue. He's blind, and he's hanging in there so far. He's picked 8 Billion Genies number 8 as his pick of the week. Thank you so much, Herman. You're a good dog. All right. Barbaric number 3. Have you been reading Barbaric? This is Barbaric Hell to Pay. Number 3. Let's get some nasty monsters. And we've got the Star Trek Defiant. Are you familiar with Star Trek series? Do you know what the Defiant is? It was one of their starships. And I believe that was the captain right there. Worf from Star Trek Next Generation. Huh. So there we have those. Nightfall. This is a double feature, number 3. It's a nice foil cover there. Very shiny. Nice foil cover. I'm liking it. Born of Blood, also hitting the stands. Born of Blood. And End After End, issue 6. And this cover as well. Star Trek also. So right now there's a Star Trek Defiant and a Star Trek. And this is issue number 6 of Star Trek with Data there on the cover. He was on the cover of one of the other Defiants. The Seasons Have Teeth. You saw the variant cover for this one earlier. And Turtles and Usagi Yojimbo, number 1, a couple different covers, including one by Eastman there. Oh, if you can hear that buzzing sound, that's my neighbor out there clearing out the leaves from the sidewalk. And you can draw your own Turtle Usagi Yojimbo cover. There you go. Everybody wants that. That light a little bit better. I'm starting to lose the light. 007 for King and Country, issue number 1. They've been doing a series of miniseries for 007. I'm liking that cover. And that's Linsner. Of course, we love Linsner's artwork. He's amazing. All Against All, issue number 5 of 5. So the story ends up here. Strange looking creature. Here's a great review. There you go. Mark Millar has come up with this idea of ambassadors being given superhuman power. These are the ambassadors. Some people got to get superhuman powers, but only a handful. And they're called the ambassadors. That's issue number what? What is that? Issue number 2. Briar. I think I showed you the variant covers for these earlier. This is the regular covers for Briar. Issue number 4. And you saw the variant of this one earlier. Clear, Scott Snyder's Clear. You have this one and this one, which is a foil variant cover. Otherwise, they're the same. Price is different. That foily ink, I guess, costs more. Children of the Black Sun. From Ablaze. Issue number 4. This one is a homage cover of X-Men. Anybody know the issue number? I believe it's an X-Men. Is it Children of the Atom, maybe? Or X-Men? Is that supposed to be Phoenix? Dark Ride got super popular. And we finally have issue number 5. And there it is. And there's another one. What is that? And this one. And we got this on the back. That's interesting. Frank Frazetta's Tales of Science and Fantasy. This is issue number 1 from Opus. This guy, and you notice they all have 4 arms. This is obviously some crazy place where people have 4 arms. And this one, they've crucified this poor devil. He's got a snake down there? Is that a snake climbing up his leg? It looks like it. A snake, and he's on a mound, and he's being crucified. It's got a little bit of Jesus images going there. Interesting. Nice art. I mean, Frazetta art is amazing. But this one here, is it Dorman? Sometimes Dorman does stuff after him, and it looks really a lot like his. He's very talented. Great covers, though. Great covers. Knights of the Dinner Table, issue number 303. Hacking in the Rain. Not singing in the rain, hacking in the rain. Little monsters, you know. These little monsters. They're children who've become vampires. It's a crazy story. And this one is actually a wraparound, I believe. So we got a poster going there. Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. What? The crossover continues. Issue number 3. Don't miss yours. Get it while you can. I like the super fight, though. It's like a poster for a sporting event, you know, for a boxing match. Pretty cool. Are you traveling to Mars? One day we will all be traveling to Mars, you know. This guy got picked to be the first one. It's a tough life out there in space. All lonely and stuff. Maniac of New York, don't call it a comeback. Issue number 2. And Masters of the Universe Multiverse. Issue number 3. The Masterverse. I call it the Multiverse, but apparently it's the Masterverse. And also, if you'll notice, there is this on the back cover. But they didn't just stop there. They did a different one for each one. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one with that. I'm liking it. Thank you so much. Mark Millar, Nemesis Reloaded. This is a highly successful comic book way back when. And now we're up to issue number, 4? From Image Comics. Noctera continues to be a good seller. This is issue number 13. And so you get black and white virgin cover of that one. If you like yours that way. Cover by Tony Daniel. Radiant Black. We're up to issue number 23 for Radiant Black. Spawn gets 2 covers. And you know what Spawn always does for us, of course? It's like a Lex Luthor meets Thor. I don't know who else. Captain Ahab. That's a crazy cover. And, of course, a sneak peek of what one of the covers will look like on the next issue. And there we have it for the indies. The indie stack matches the entire stack of Marvel and DC combined. That's why I started with it this week, because there was so much from the indies and so little, really, from Marvel and DC this time. I mean, DC especially, which we're saving for last today. This is a Miles Morales Timeless Alex Ross cover. This is Miles Morales number 5. That's, of course, Electro, I believe. Of course. Miles Morales. Look at this baby. Oh, my gosh. Does she look terrified or what? She got a little Spider-Ham toy. That's pretty funny. So, terrified children on the cover of comic books. There you go. Or there's some more. Seems to be the rule of the comic book week. What's ruling comic books this week is terrified children on the cover. Predator. That one's having a bad day. And that is Predator, of course, issue number 2. We've got X-Men number 21. That's a pretty funny cover. That's Scotty Young. Well, of course it is. Pretty fun stuff there. And the Stormbreaker cover of X-Men 21. Liking that. And then we have this supervillain data cover. And this cover, of course, we have to have more than one. In fact, why not 4 covers for that? You know, why not? 4 covers. X-23 Deadly Regenesis, issue number 2. Silver Surfer Ghostlight, issue number 3. A couple different covers for you. Star Wars The High Republic, issue number 8. And there's a couple different Star Wars titles going on right now, including Dr. Aphra. That's issue number 30 we're up to. Here's a Peach Momoko. She's been prolific these past few years in comic book covers and even doing her own comic book. That doesn't look good. Captain Marvel Stormbreaker cover. There's something happening in the comics called Groot Fall. I'm not quite certain what it is. It's Groot Fall. Captain Marvel. And one more for Captain Marvel. As if we didn't have enough. Who's that? The Brood? Ugh, those are horrible insect creatures. Yikes. Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, issue number 3. Star Wars again, Bounty Hunters, issue number 33. Popular series. We're all the way up to 33 on it. And we've got Bloodline, the Daughter of Blade, issue number 3. Must add some extra red ink in there. Captain America Cold War. We've got the Icon cover. The Timeless cover. Baron Zemo. This cool cover. It's the Infinity War cover, I believe. And this one. It's got the whole team there, pretty much. And this one. Sam and Steve fighting side by side. 2 Captain Americas at once. Who could stand up to that? Carnage, number 12. What a great cover that is. Look at the heroes that have fallen below. And then this one, Timeless. Alex Ross Timeless. Villains. Been pretty popular. I'll be right back. I'm getting a knock at my door.
She was cold. Yeah. Not cold?
She's always cold. She's cold.
Oh. Thank you.
Be fine. Sorry about that, people. I do the show alone. So when UPS shows up at the door, I got to stop and take it. But we're back with a Marvel Voices Spider-Verse number 1. Got Silk there on the cover. Hallows Eve has a second printing of its number 1. So Hallows Eve with one of her masks. If you know about Hallows Eve, she can put on different masks and get the powers or change into whatever that masked creature was. This case, she's a werewolf. She's also become a phantom where she can become invisible and fly. Ewoks, number 1. A few different covers for you to choose from. Peach Momoko is a nice one. I like that. And here's one. They're all having a party, it looks like. This one I like best. This is probably my favorite. That's a great cover. Ewoks. Guardians of the Galaxy is back with its new series, new number 1. And we've got several comics covers, quite a few covers, including the timeless Alex Ross. We got Dr. Doom on there. And Gamora, however you pronounce her name, sporting 2 swords in battle mode. Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, Scotty Young. Look at that. That just looks like fun. How fun is that? Scotty Young bringing us fun. The Infinity Saga cover for Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. The movie cover. Movie photo cover. Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. I think this has something to do with Groot Fall that we're going to experience in the comic here. What is happening with Groot? It looks like a Western there, you know. All right, and X-Men number 1 is one of the most famous, most sought-after comic books in the history of comic books. And you could get your facsimile edition. Looks almost exactly like the original, including the original advertisements. And it can be yours not for tens of thousands of dollars, slabbed between 2 pieces of plastic, but instead you can hold it in your hand, flip through it, and read it, and make paper airplanes out of it. Line your birdcage with it, and it only is going to cost you $3.99. Yeah, baby. You know the Kingpin would want one, as he's gracing the cover of Moon Knight issue number 22. And then there's this one. And you're going to see these in the stack. And in the stack, you're going to see this little line. You see that line? You see that line? And it's not a mistake. It's on every single one of them. That little line there. You see it? That is not. It's on every one of them. It's not something that an ink pen happened or anything like that. They're all identical. It's on every one of them. We don't know why. It's just there. It would drive Todd crazy if it was his art. Moon Knight number 22. Fantastic Four number 6. They've also got a timeless cover. Look at that. Gotta love that cover. Fantastic. Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. Alex Ross. This scene does not exactly happen in this comic. If you look closely, I was talking about children in distress. Look at that. Ben Grimm holding a little boy, and it looks like that little boy's getting fried by the fire. Look at, even Ben is turning away as it's so hot, it's hurting him. If that's the case, that poor little boy in his arms, what's happened to him? Good Lord, people. The horrors that go on in the covers of comics. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, number 7 of a 12-part series. You know you want it. Come and get it. Batman Incorporated, number 7. Some guy dressed up as a pig. Good Lord. And then there's this one. Mostly black and white, except for the blood. Holy cow. Look at that. Superman is lost. Superman lost. Number 2. What a great cover. He seems to be not only lost, but a little depressed. Superman, you should seek counsel. We can't have someone with your power and ability being that sad. Cheer up. World's about to win. Superman lost. I like that costume, eh? That's pretty cool. Batman, The Adventure Continues, Season 3. Issue number 4. I'm liking that. Some fun stuff. And speaking of Batman, The Adventure Continues, Season 3, Issue number 4. Look at this cover. I am loving this cover. Of course, that's Man-Bat. But wow, what a great cover that is. I'm loving that. Great work there, Brian Boland. Pretty impressive. Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods, issue number 3. It's like Billy Batson's not having a great day. DC Universe Lazarus Planet, issue number 3. We got this cover. It's like lots of people not having a good day there. I mean, what is going on there? Billy Batson's been drained, and who's this guy? Uh-oh. We got trouble right there in, is it Metropolis? Where's that happening? Multiversity, Harley screws the DCU number 2. Harley screws the DTU. Well, she screws up the DCU. Okay, this fabulous wraparound cover graces Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country, The Glass House. Wow, what a fabulous piece of art that is. That, I think, captures it right there. That captures the whole Sandman universe right there. That is awesome. We also have this one. I think, anybody know who this guy was? Who's that guy? He's a nightmare. And this is Nightmare Country, The Glass House. So I guess nobody will be throwing rocks there. Wildcats. That's some gold cover. And then there was Danger Street. I didn't order a lot of these, but I didn't realize at the time what the April Fool cover was. They didn't show us. It was a surprise cover. But now that I see it, it is so incredibly amazing. I just had to order more. Danger Street. And you've got, this art. And he's once again apologizing for his artwork. So that was fun. The Corinthian, that's exactly correct. Thank you so much, Sean. It is the Corinthian. And he is he is terribly evil in that show. If you haven't seen that show, oh my gosh, it's great. And they've done such a great job of adapting Neil Gaiman's world from Sandman into an actual live action show. It's been fabulous. I can't wait. Season 2 apparently is happening. I think I've been told. Hope it is, because if it is, I can't wait to see it. So that's our show for this week, kids. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, the secret word is glass. That's correct. That's correct. And Mr. Happy, we appreciate you coming on the show every week, and until your contract is filled up, at least. We'll talk about renewing it later. He's got an offer from Japan, so I don't know. He's very big in Japan. So we'll see what happens there. Don't forget that we had our pick of the week by Blind Herman is 8 Billion Genies. Because what did it there was, I think there was the dinosaur. I think Herman liked the dinosaur parachuting in. That was fun. All right, kids, that's our show for a week. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. And remember, read. It brings out the hero in you.